All right, so today is 9/4/18, and we're going to today talk about quadratic equations again. And we're going to talk about recursive and the explicit. All right. So let's talk first about the table. So I'm going to do x. Let's make our table first. And so x's, we have -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our y's are -2, 2, 8, 16, 26, and 38. And you're going to, the first thing you do with any kind of these problems, you need to find your first difference and your second difference. Part of it's to prove that it is quadratic. Part of it is to prove or to help you find the equations. So being organized, going from -2 to +2, and so on. I want you to pause the video and fill those in before I fill them in. We're going to go here. So pause it, fill them in, and then you can restart it when you're done. So going from -2 to +2, that's +4. From 2 to 8 is +6. From 8 to 16 is +8. From 26 or 16, 26 is +10. And to 38 gives me +12. And then if I look at my second differences, it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I know this is going to be a +2. I don't need it, but I know because it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Pattern continues. And I'm going my second difference all the way down is +2. Just the even numbers. So that's going to help me. So the first step you do, and you can do this first before you do either equation, is you find the first and second differences. Sorry for all the clicking. I know it's probably annoying. So now step 1. Step 2. Well, we're going to do the recursive first. So for the recursive equation, we know the general format already is f of x equals, and this was in your foldable, and we've done it in class a bunch, f of x minus 1 plus, and then we're going to put mx plus b. Remembering your m is the second difference, and your b is the first difference at f of 0, or at the y-intercept. And so color coding might help with this. So m is our second difference, and that is over here, this whole area right there. That's my second difference. Then I'm going to change colors to blue. My b, when it decides to color, there we go. That's your first difference, f of 0. And so f of 0 is right here, and the first difference is right there. And so this is a very important line in our equations. So we have +4 as our first difference, f of 0, and here's a 0, which we're looking at. So now we plug it in. So now I have f of x minus 1, I should put f of x first, equals f of x minus 1 plus my m is right here again, all the way here. My m is 2, so I have 2x plus, and my b, I said, was right over here, not +4. And then I need a point to connect that to on the graph. So any point will do, but I usually choose f of 1 equals 8. So again, I'm going to use my highlighting colors. My blue is right here. That's my 4, which is the b, which we saw is right here. And then our purple is our M. That's this 2, which I got from the second difference, which is there, which is also, again, right there. So that's our recursive equation. So right now, I'm going to give you a new, I'm going to give you another page for the notes, and you're going to write this table down, and it's going to give you the question Quizlet or the Edpuzzle to find the recursive equation next on this problem. So new drawing, you can flip the page, and then you leave room for the explicit. So here's for your practice, x and f of x. So in this one, we're going to do -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 5, 4, 5, 8, 13, 20. So I'm going to leave you like that. So your first task is, first, I want you to find the recursive equation. Show all your work here, and you're going to have to type it into Edpuzzle. And then second, you're going to have to, and this is the next question after I do the explicit, tell me what is the explicit equation. So you'll have to do that. So to help you, if you go back, remember you have these notes here. First step is fill that in. Second step is here's your recursive. Okay? So you need to make sure you know what the second difference is, first difference of f of 0, and then you just plug in the values. Okay, so try that for this one that you have on this page. And then we're going to go back. I want to actually rewrite the table so I can write over it again. Oops, that was what we had before. I'm going to add a new note in, and I'm going to write the same table that I had before. And so we had x, we had f of x. We already did all this work. I'm just rewriting it. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the original one we started with. -2, 2, 8, 16, 26, and 38. And we already had found the first and second differences. So I'm just going to do this to help. And so we already did this. That was +4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then the second difference is all the way down was +2. So rewrite that also. Or you can just underneath where your notes are from the recursive. That's going to help. So now we're going to do the explicit equation. And this is where most people have the hardest time. So the explicit equation, we already have the differences. So first step is find the differences. But we already have that. So first and second differences. Okay. Next, step 2. So second step, what's my general equation? So we have f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And so remember when you erase this little marking you have there. And so remember we talked about in class multiple times is a is actually your second difference divided by 2. This b you have to solve for, and this c is your y-intercept. So if you look at our table, I'm going to highlight this, not the same color I had before though. C is my y-intercept. So I'm going to use that as a green this time. So here's the line I'm looking at. And so the y-intercept is actually circled in black right here, 2. And then my b, I have to solve for it, so I can't do much with that. But then my second difference, I believe I had purple before, And so this is connected. I'm going to highlight them. If it shows up, there we go. That's connected over here, right there. That's my second difference. Then I have to divide by 2. Don't forget that part. It's really important, or else everything else will be wrong. So let's plug in numbers. So the third step is, third. Let's go step. I'm going to erase to make that better. Our third step is to plug in what we know. So we have f of x equals a, in this case, is 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So I'm going to put 1 x squared plus, I have to solve for b times x plus my y-intercept in this case is 2. So again, let's use our colors. This 2 right here is my y-intercept, and that came from the point right there. This second difference divided by 2 right here over here, this 2 is this 2 right there. All of those. That's this 2. And then I'm just dividing it in half like I'm supposed to do. So that's where this 1 came from right there. Okay? And so now for b, I have to solve for b. So I'm going to go to another page so that I have room. So step 4 is solve for b. And actually, I think I have one right here. So I'm going to do step 4, solve for b. And let's do it right here. So we choose a point to do that. So first to do that, you choose a point. So I always choose f of 1. So in this case, I'm going to say f of 1 equals 8. And that's this right here. This f of 1 equals 8. So that's where that came from, right here. F of 1 equals 8. So I'm going to rewrite it here. F of 1 equals 8. And I'm going to plug in everything to what I already know. So 2 is plug in to solve for b. So I have f of x equals, I already know it's 1 x squared plus trying to solve for b plus 2. And so I have f of x is going to be 8. This is right there. And then whenever I see an x, I'm going to put a 1 squared plus b times 1 plus 2. And so 8 equals 1 squared is 1 plus 1 is 1 plus b plus 2. 8 equals 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 plus b. And then you should know that this has to be 5 now because 3 plus 5 is 8. But if you need to subtract to help you, then you just do that. So b equals 5. So in this case, b equals 5. And so my last step, step 5, is rewrite with the b value. So here we go. F of x equals, my a I already knew was 1, x squared. My b is 5. Oh no, it's in my way. Go away. Oh, there we go. 5x. And then we have plus my, go away, plus 2. So that's my final answer right there. So again, I can use my colors to help you see where everything came from again. This one comes from here. And then I'm going to use orange. Go away. My 5 here came from over here. And then my 2 in green, let me just go away again. That is 2 here. which came again from right here.